few weeks ago, my friend Sixten coached me on Vanessa, but as he's one of the best Dooley players in the world, it was only a matter of time for this episode to happen. I'm a big Dooley hater, but he was able to show me just how powerful the little robot can really be in one of the most insane runs I've ever had.
I think Dooley currently is the second strongest hero after Mac. Even after the hotfix, I'm having a lot of success with him. He has quite a lot of different builds. Dinos are obviously all the rage currently, but there is also other stuff that we can do. And I also think that we haven't fully explored all of his options. So for example, Pulse Rifle is now a tech. I think that has massive ramifications for him. So I am personally super excited about Dooley currently.
Okay. Yeah, just to clarify, we are playing on a Sunday. It's the 8th of June right now. And hotfixes have been all over the place. So Dooley already got nerfed once. Mac is currently the strongest in the game, according to most people, with his Frost build, the perma board lockdown. So we as Six want to make it very clear that we are making this video educational. So we're not just like showing you exactly what to do, like with the perfect high roll to get 10 wins. It's just like good habits. What are you looking for as Dooley? And how do you play him in general? That is this video.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
No, and I think there is a likelihood that there will be another hotfix maybe tomorrow, probably before this video even goes live. So don't make any big assumptions here about which cards will be powerful forever. I'm just gonna try and give everyone, good habits, general rules, while still trying to win,
Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna jump right in. I'm sorry, I love this skin too much. He's such a cutie with a little bug. I don't want to change the skin.
Yeah,
not this time.
that's fair.
Okay, so walk us through the early game of Dooley a little bit if you can. Like, what are you trying to do on day 1 and maybe day 2 as well?
Yeah, so we have to mention that the last patch now gives us the ability to get to level 2 on day 1, which is a huge change. But the way it has affected Dooley is that we now love grabbing as many items as possible. Essentially, gold and income start is now a lot more attractive. In the past, gold skills have often been extremely good on Dooley. Like, for example, in the last patch, I think gold skill was the most common because that way you could beat Warrior. Whereas now that we are level on day 1 and our items are also a bit stronger, I think I prefer now having the gold and just going to every shop. Once we reach the shops, I'm gonna go into more detail, like which items I'm looking for or which are good in the early game, etc. For sure.
Cool. That's the button I literally always click, no matter what hero I play. I think it's because I'm a pig main, but I love income.
Yeah, I also would say that enchanted item is also totally fine. They have buffed that numerous times, so it gives, 6 gold. It's respectable as well. I think gold skill is probably the hardest to justify in this current meta, but in all honesty, you cannot go wrong with any of them. It's mostly just a preference thing.
Yeah, also interesting to note, this has been changed for Dooley. He finally gets something here. I think it's a friend.
I think it's a small tool.
Oh, that could be a tool.
So yeah, it's a small silver tool. So you could high roll the box cutter from Stealth,
it's been
which
nerfed.
still get nerfed.
Yeah.
It's not as broken anymore, but I still think it's a good roll. However, okay, so this is kind of awkward because, no, it's not awkward. We're gonna go Mythical here for sure. But I do like Jungle Ruins as a node. Okay. Alright, Pulse Rifle we absolutely grab here. Especially now with the tick tag, that opens up a railgun for us.
Oh, that...
It's also just a good item for...
Yeah. We were talking earlier about this, and when you said pulse rifle, I thought you meant the... I think it's like plasma rifle or something, the burn item. Like,
oh yeah, that also got a tick tag.
But this
in
is
the context of railgun, pulse rifle is a lot more relevant, whereas plasma rifle is kind of its own build, right? Yeah, so pulse rifle, it used to be just a good early game item, but now it also kind of is like an enabler for railgun archetypes, which is, because I think next to dinosaurs, railgun is the most... Well, there is also the press, hydraulic press.
Yeah.
I would say those are like the 3 best builds, but I would prefer to play railgun over press because press requires a lot more scaling. You need to set it up properly and have a different build going at the same time. So I would be very happy if we stumble upon a railgun now, for example, later. But for now, I think we're also gonna grab... Okay, go on.
Yeah, I just wanted to quickly say, it's really interesting that you bring that up because, I'm kind of a Dooley hater, but I like him more now that he has more dinos, but I do want to bring up that now with the recent patch, he has 3 large items at bronze, and I feel like all of them are pretty build defining. This is from a non-Dooley player, and I think maybe viewers or people that also play Dooley can relate to this. The way that it felt to me with Dooley was, okay, I'm going through the early game, I'm seeing all these items that do something when you use the core before I even have my core. So not only do we start with 2 experience and get the core on day 2, we also have like actual build defining items, and I think in general that makes Dooley a lot more open-ended and fun to play. To be, but I want to know your take on that.
I totally agree. I don't know if you played Dooley back in last year, but this is how Dooley used to be. He used to have what's it called, Force Field, be a bronze large item, which was a build on its own. And then we also had the option to get a large item vendor on day 2, which meant you could find a combat core. And I know this will shock some people, but combat core used to be a good item on Dooley once upon a time. So in the past, last Dooley had like the same kind of, oh, there are these early large items that are build defining, but then it kind of lost that, you know, this year, but now it's coming back, and I much prefer this way. I like when heroes have a strong direction early, you know, that you can commit to.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's enough yapping. Let's think about the brick body here. So there is some anti-synergy with brick body and pulse rifle, since brick body benefits from having multiple friends, and pulse rifle only wants you to have one. So this is awkward because brick body is a good item. Like in a vacuum here, I would be happy to have a day one brick body. So this is hard because we might end up in a situation where we are 2 gold away from buying a Momasar, and then that's because we bought the brick body here.
If it were me playing,
here?
I'd be inclined to roll here. I'm not a fan of brick body at all, and I think in general, pulse rifle, like you said, is more likely to enable a build through railgun, whereas brick body doesn't
but then
really.
We have to ask ourselves, what mediums are we looking for if we reroll? Because the railgun archetype doesn't really run any other medium items except a core with tech tags. Like you want smalls or large, of course, for the railgun itself. And then if we're looking for dinos, we cannot even find the medium-sized dinosaurs on day one. So what are we realistically looking for if we roll here is the question.
That's a really good point,
you know, something we want. This is why Mittal is kind of a, I wouldn't call her bad, but I'm much happier to see small or large items on Dooley early nowadays. But I'm just trying to think if there's anything I desperately want here. I do want a friend, of course, to enable the pulse rifle.
Is it ever just
honestly,
like leave and then find one on the next hours after PV?
Yeah, it's really close here, honestly. I feel like no matter what I do here, I'm gonna end up regretting my decision because we have like 3 paths. We can buy the brick body, we can re-roll, or we can leave. And like all 3 are reasonable. Honestly, let's roll here actually. Yeah, let's roll.
All right. That's a better friend, I think, slightly.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, if you compare Chemsnail to a Mac item, it's horrendous, but that's because Mac is super strong, right? Like, there are Mac items that are just flat up better Chemsnails, but yeah, I would probably buy the Chemsnail here. I don't love the drill, though. I think, let's think about this. So we have poison. Actually, let's buy both. That might be enough to win day one, honestly.
Drill and snail?
Yeah, that's like a full setup for day one, you know, because the snail is, of course, activating the drill a bit, but it's slow, but it's, you know, whatever.
Yeah, it's 100 damage, I guess.
Yeah, I think that is the most DPS. And then here, I do love the new train, so I would like to go to the Kyver drone here. They buffed the skills, if you look at it.
Oh, it's all weapons instead of just one weapon.
Yeah, so Proboscis is, given they also buffed the plasma grenade, the dual item that slows all enemy items is now 6 seconds instead of 9. Oh. So all of a sudden, Proboscis dual is a lot more, you know, attractive here.
Wow, okay.
But that is, of course, a very niche line, you know, but I'm just saying, like, you can actually do that.
Oh, hey.
All right. Okay. Oh, and we have okay.
Wow.
We might be cooking something crazy here. we have the lines here.
Uh-huh.
So I would probably go JJ here for items.
Okay.
We don't have a great economy. Ooh. So Blast Doors is a great item. It's a good item, I would say.
Yeah, we're gonna
have
level.
The pulse rifle though. Yeah, there's also like right-handed is amazing with pulse rifle. So if we get that, I don't want to run the Blast Doors. There's also the. Can you hover over the upgrade there? I mean,
it's 2 items instead.
Wait, yeah, we're gonna buy that actually.
Yeah, that's really good with trained, right?
Yeah, and because it makes the drill also go faster, you know, with the poison since it's now 2. Honestly, the thing is I want to save money for dinosaurs, right? Like that's the game plan on Dooley these days.
I like considering this can go in and gets buffed, I would probably leave, but I do really like this item.
Yeah, it's also like we have to think about the stupid warrior if we want to fight that. We don't have to, but the ticket's obviously great, like the new ticket for day 9.
Yeah.
Honestly, let's buy the blasters. It's just a good item. Like, sure, there is a bit of a risk here, but I think it's fine.
All right.
And now we're praying for weapon skills here.
Ooh.
Yes, the middle one. Fantastic. Okay. And then let's go Lost Crate here and go for random skill.
I like that. Okay.
Always great. Yeah.
Also pretty good.
That's pretty good. And now you move. Yeah. So you want the pulse rifle to the right here.
Yep.
And then Pygmalions. So you played more Pig than I have.
I mean, generally, Pig is not very strong.
Yeah, basically, if we're facing aggro, I think that there is an argument to run Blast Doors.
Yeah.
But I think we are strong enough to not do that, right? Like, the question is the drill stronger than the Blast Doors? With our skills and with the Chem Snail, I think maybe. I'm curious what you think.
I think it is. If we're losing to Pig, it's because he has, like, a Ganjo and he's scaling shield.
Yeah.
That's the only thing, and then this doesn't beat that.
If he's playing weapons, then that's, like, Blast Doors is a dead item, you know, if he's playing, like, a defensive build. I think this is the most sound approach. Let's go. This is a very strong day 1, I want to say. Like, not in terms of future potential, because we haven't found the, like, meta items, if you will. But we have a very strong day 1 in terms of tempo here with the skills and the items.
I mean, they
the
don't have
silver
scaling.
Chem Snail is actually massive.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is the thing with Pig, right? It's like they have stuff like this, but if they don't have scaling, you win anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's classic pig, man.
Now
Like
look at
this,
that.
it's like you have two options as pig. It's like you spam your board with small items and you lose because you have no scaling, or you get scaling and you still lose to most things because you're scaling the wrong thing. That's a
Yeah.
classic right there. All too familiar.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe even after the patch, the aerodrome node still gives you the ticket for 20 gold on the first roll.
Yes, it should. Yeah.
Can you yes, that is something we have to keep in mind, especially if you have a strong build. I generally try to have like not necessarily 20 gold in the bank. Like my net worth is like 20 gold, so I can sell a bunch of assets if need be. So that's something we have to keep in mind. I don't want to spend all our gold all the time, just in case we land on that. Or of course we find like a Momosaur or something like that that is a bit expensive.
Yeah.
So definitely beneficial to be careful with your spending on Dooley. So here, this is an interesting choice. I don't think we ever go middle here.
I don't
We don't
think so
want any
either,
more medium
yeah.
items. Which one is more value here? Recycling center or the furry
I
monster?
really like Furry Monster. I always click here if I have a friend. I
So-
think the argument for this is the gold, right? Because we are trying to have gold for the big items.
Right. Now, furry monster can give, I'm trying to remember, it's XP, it's the region, and what is the third option?
If you have a friend, you can pick one of two skills.
Oh, sorry, yeah, exactly. That's what I meant. Yeah, that's probably better. Let's do that, for sure.
Alright. So this one, if you have a friend, choose one of two skills.
Yes. No, that's the one.
Oh.
Yikes.
Wow.
Those are not great. I mean, improved toxins. These are both horrendous, actually. We don't have any burn. We're not gonna play burn in the sense that that skill is gonna matter. I mean, there is ignition core, of course. No, I'm gonna go improved toxins here. Like we're not gonna play poison forever, but it's doing something, I guess. Maybe that was a mistake.
I was
diluting the skill pool.
Loki thinking like,
Yeah,
are we leaving because of Grandmaster? But yeah.
I don't know, it might have been a mistake. It's one extra poison, maybe it matters in some kind of fight. I don't honestly know. So Kev can have our Anki, which is one of Dooley's best items. So I think you have to go there actually here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that is correct. Yikes, I got excited. So if it's bronze, it's gonna cost 6 gold. Let's check the stash here. So 6 gold, we reroll, we have 3.
Yeah, we can't make it.
That's... No, we cannot really justify it. Unfortunately, usually I will reroll here gladly for it because it's such a powerful item, but it will weaken us too much to sell 2 items. Let's just leave here.
This is interesting because, I mean, you know, I'm responsible for it, but I think that could be because we collect the skill instead of the item, which is really interesting to think about, just how
that's
intricate
part
Bazaar
of,
is in that sense.
Again, I talked about how important gold is on Dooley. That's why I was really torn there for a moment. I mean, it's difficult. Like, again, Dooley is a whole new character since the patch. I'm still learning myself. So these are the kind of choices I'm still not sure which are correct.
Yeah.
And here I would probably... I think I really want to go to the Mosquito for the proboscis, right? Since we have
we have
now.
train. Good call. I like that.
Yeah. Now, I'm gonna be totally honest. I haven't played Proboscis Dooley this patch. I just know that they buffed the skills and everything and the plasma grenade. So if we happen to be on that line, it's gonna be full, you know, experimental territory. But I mean, let's see where it goes. You know, I'm down to get, you know, some Proboscis action.
Yeah, no, same. Oh, almost.
All right, too bad.
Interesting.
And you can no longer get it from Curio, of course. So I would go with the Choker. I really don't want to get baited into buying stuff with Curio. Like, we need to be really careful with our gold. Yeah,
I like that.
I'm not happy about the Choco, but it's fine.
To be fair, there is the God, what's the name of it? The egg, Chimera egg.
Oh, the egg. Yeah, that's also... Yeah, I blanked.
But that's fine.
Again, if we had an Anki, I would have gone there maybe just because I'm already winning. But I'm so desperate to find more items here. I don't want to risk getting baited into like re-rolling a Curio or whatever. Ooh, and here we have to think for 1 second. So Primal Core, in my opinion, is the most solid choice because it enables dinosaurs, you know? It even works without dinosaurs since you turn adjacent items into relics.
It seems really good even now with this, but yeah.
Yeah, I would grab it here because it's the most flexible core, because it enables an entire archetype. Otherwise, if I was more comfortable in Dooley, as in if I'd explored all his lines and was like really well-versed in all the various ways you can play him, I might go for like the core here instead. But I think in this case, I'm just gonna play with what I feel comfortable doing, and that's Primal Core.
Right.
But it could end up being like in hindsight that we should have gone with the core instead. And now we're gonna go to the yeah, like that. And now you go to Isla. Isla is the best node in terms of like items. Alright, so we have to consider the forklift here for 1 second. Forklift is like a win condition nowadays.
Yeah, it got nerfed, right? Yeah, it got nerfed.
Yeah, it got nerfed. It doesn't excite me to play it, honestly.
Yeah, I feel
It's also a bit of... It's kind of annoying to play. I would rather just play the dinosaur. Let's get the dinosaur in here. And then we're gonna look at Chris for a second. So the reason you buy Chris here is because if you play railgun with our pulse rifle, you of course want a small tech friend. And currently Chris army knife is the best small tech friend you can find, you know? And also his upgrades are highly beneficial because he goes down to 3 seconds diamond. Of course, when you're playing railgun, you want fast tech items. So the problem is, of course, we enjoy the snail here because of the drill as well as the train, right? Like we have some synergy with it. Let's check the stash because I also want to re-roll here. So just how much do we have? We have 9, 11... So, yeah, we're gonna buy the Chris here. It's just the train synergy with Chemsnell is really nice. I'm a bit bummed out about that. Oh yeah, the dinosaur is a friend. That's okay. So we're gonna re-roll here, and then we're in a very awkward spot actually. When there's the railgun. Oh god. And now I feel like, okay, so that is why you pick a tech core by, like, that is why you pick the core, because of course primal core is not a tech. It's the only core that isn't a tech, and the cores are really good with a railgun. So this is kind of really unfortunate actually. This was a bit of a gamble.
Yeah, that's what it is, right?
Oh man, this is really tough. So you can of course still play railgun without a core, but it's significantly worse. I would still do it too. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna sell off the blast doors. Yeah. And then we're gonna have to think for a second here, because ideally you would like to place the wing onto the railgun itself, because it has the highest base cooldown, right?
Yeah.
But if we don't do that, we have to sell like the chem snail, and I'm not really ready to sell it quite yet. It feels a bit too committal to do that, perhaps.
Yeah.
We could also put the wing on the pulse rifle, of course. That's also fine. Honestly, it's such a small wing. It's only silver. Let's put it on the pulse, and then we're gonna buy the railgun here. But this was an unfortunate turn of events here, of course. If I could have foreseen this, I would have... Oh, and there's also the Tesla coil there, actually. Let's take a look at that. We could, of course, sell our core and the chemsnell and buy this. That is kind of a ballsy move, because we're burning our bridges here, but it would boost our strength for sure.
It's kind of cool because we have trained, right? And there are good techs that slow, I think. Are there?
Well, there is the cool LEDs, but that relies on using a core, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know how good Tesla coil is. And there is also the arc blaster, which is also a tech item if you go to the far left there. I haven't been in this position before, but we could do some crazy stuff. Like, we sell most things to buy these and just go all in on railgun. And then we just play railgun. Or we could be more conservative here and preserve the option to play primal core dinos. It's up to you, honestly.
That's a really hard choice, man. Yeah, it is like, it feels like it's calling to us, right? We re-roll and we find like 2 of these tech items.
You know what? Let's do it for content. Because honestly, people have probably already watched like 20 dinosaur, like or they have played dinosaurs themselves. Let's do the ballsy play here. This is the this is not your average Dooley guide for this patch, I'm telling you. So this could age horribly. Might be that I'm missing something crucial here, like there is a reason to keep the core around for some kill later on, you know, whatever. Let's have some fun here. Let's sell. We start with the chem snail. I always sell in one, like the least risky item at a time. So first that, and then it's the core that goes next, I think, and then we buy the core goes here, and now we buy that, and then we're gonna sell the drill as well, I think, for sure. Like a bronze drill is nothing to be excited about.
Okay, and then we'll get this.
Yeah, for later.
All right, we're all in,
now
baby.
Now we are cooking hard. So now you need to reposition. It's really awkward because you want the so you obviously want the buff on the pulse rifle.
Yeah.
But you also want the pulse rifle next to the Tesla coil. Now there's one way to solve this, which would be to play the 2 smalls instead, but the problem is that one of the smalls is a friend, which messes with the pulse rifle, so we cannot do that.
Yeah.
So we have to consider, is 20 damage on the pulse better than the charging? And this is like a bit annoying to calculate, of course, because...
I think the charge is always better unless it lands on the Chris Army knife every time. Right? Because
let's do like that. And then we, of course, the railgun itself is gonna go off fairly frequently. I think this is fine, but it's a bit awkward, of course.
Yeah.
Anyway, Vanessa is the worst opponent here for sure. Like, I'm super confident going into Mac and Pig, and even Dooley, but Vanessa could realistically outrace us here. We aren't that fast. We deal damage, for sure, but we aren't like 5 seconds, they're dead, you know?
Yeah,
whatever.
Exactly.
Let's send it here.
Alright. They do have the pretty skin. So,
yeah. But so do we.
True. Yeah, it doesn't look too aggressive. Oh.
That's 16 burn. We are so dead.
Oh, that's... Okay, never mind. I didn't see... Oh my god, did they get a crit? I think they got a crit immediately.
Oh my god, that's crazy, man. What
they immediately got a crit. Yeah, we were burned for like 60 on the first go, man.
Yeah, let's check the procs here. That's really unfortunate. We have a really strong day too, but of course Vanessa is the nightmare to face. I think she overall is strongest in the first 2 days. As soon as Dooley finds a tank, he farms Vanessa, but for now we are... That's rough.
Yeah, that sucks.
Railgun is not the kind of build you want to play on day 14, you know? It's very much a, let's go 10-0 here and finish quickly. So
Yeah.
this is like our best day, basically day 2. Now I feel a bit more concerned about selling the primal core, you know? But whatever. Let's go to Andy here and look for ticks.
Okay.
Alright, let's double check all of these. So, of course, we have trained. So there's the plasma grenade there.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, that's a buff on our entire... I don't think that works with the... doesn't have synergy with railgun per se, of course. But it does have synergy with the fact that it's a good item. And we're happy to have it on the board.
Yeah, and we're gonna level
And if we had a
2.
proboscis, it would be a no-brainer here. Like, just insane. We, of course, have more opportunities to find a proboscis. But I don't know if you can play proboscis railgun, you know? That's kind of a spicy... Damn it, this is so hard. If I had infinite gold, I would buy it in a heartbeat. But I also know that we need more tech items. We need to find upgrades.
Yeah.
What would you do here? Like, what would Sonny do here in this spot?
I think I would buy it, honestly. But it's also because, like, I'm not that experienced on Dooley, so in my head it's just like, okay, this is an item that works for my build, and I get to fill out my board. So that's probably worthwhile.
The best way to play railgun is to only have techs on the board, right? So that is one less tech item. But on the other hand, we're slowing the opponents. So it's kind of like, okay, let's buy it here. We have the skill, it's a cute combo. And then that is a good upgrade, the Arc Blaster. Let's buy that as well, honestly. And now we reroll and hope for like a battery or something. Alright. If we're playing dinosaurs, I would upgrade the dinosaur, but we're not playing dinosaurs.
Yeah.
We leave here.
Yep.
And then we're gonna go the middle and pray for a relevant skill here. Oh my.
Oh no.
Oh god.
That's
Why? Okay,
great.
that's, you know. So here there is the argument for the middle guy to high roll the freeze buff skill. Oh no, they nerfed it, right? It's no longer.
They did
yeah,
nerf
never
it.
mind.
It's one weapon now at a
Yeah,
time.
I do believe that we beat the trooper. Or actually, do we beat the trooper? Because we haven't grabbed chocolate bars yet.
We got 3, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, like, we haven't bought the gold or silver.
Yeah.
I haven't played too many railgun runs, so do we actually beat him? Let's go with the middle option. I don't want to rock, especially since we lost against that Vanessa. I'm now a bit more afraid of.
Yeah.
Like, I have lost a bit of confidence here.
No, that's fair enough. I think it'd be close, and whenever it's close and I'm not 100% sure, I tend to just, like, not do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We'd need another full rotation.
I'm also not sure about this Tesla coil. I don't know how good of an item it is, but I mean, it's a tech item. We want to have a full board of techs. Yeah, let's grab the sharpening stone here for gold. And we're gonna put it on the pulse rifle later. And here we're gonna upgrade the railgun, of course. That's a no-brainer.
Okay. Yeah, that's 100 damage, right?
Okay, now we should be extremely favored into day 3. Like, there is no way we lose day 3 here.
Oh, wait, how much damage? It got 150 damage from that? Oh
yes, God. Yes. The upgrades are... I don't remember. They nerfed it in the last patch, but it's like... I don't know, it's hard to explain. I don't think the upgrades are always the same amount. Let's now go to the Choco, for sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna buy silver here, because our only weakness is aggro. Like, we are gonna beat an aggro Vanessa eventually, but we have to just survive the initial burst. So yeah, let's do this. And then you're gonna put the Arc Blaster and the... Yeah, and then put it on the pulse. Yeah. And this is really good.
Alright, nice. Looks like a solid
Let's
board.
think about if the Arc Blaster is ever faster than the railgun here.
Yeah, so you're thinking about doing this?
Yes, or even going a step further and giving it the right-handed as well.
Should it be
This
exactly the same? Because this is 6 and this is 12. This is 2 charge. This is 1 charge. Am I right?
No, but the difference is that the Arc Blaster has a shorter... If the other tech items don't go off, the Arc Blaster is faster because it has a lower base cooldown, right? So it should theoretically always be faster overall in this context. But then there's also the crit chance for the right. Now let's keep it like... I think this is the safest. Like this.
Like this?
Yeah, like this.
And then we will send it. Yeah, this feels really, really strong to me. It is unfortunate about that Vanessa having that much burn and critting immediately. I'm pretty sure it was a crit.
Facing the mirror. Oh, and they have a core. Oh, that's... No, they're gonna win because they grabbed a core. We didn't. That's really unfortunate. Unless the slow.
It's a tie!
Okay, that's crazy, man.
We're at -2.
Yeah,
Oh, that's sick.
Like, so here's the thing. We have put a lot more effort into our build than he did. Like, we have...
Yeah.
How should I put it? He has the easier route because he grabbed a relevant core. He didn't have to spend 8 gold on, Tesla coil. You know, it's like, you see the difference there, but it was so hard for me to know if, are we gonna see a tanky Anki, a Momosaur, or are we gonna see a railgun? Like, it was no way for me to know. Like, he will always beat us eventually because he just has superior items. But for now, we squeak this out. That's a huge win for us, actually. That's massive. Yeah, but that is...
Good. I actually, I have to say...
the core spot.
Yeah. I want to say that I think this is like probably the most interesting run we'll ever get because we're in this position, and that thinking on your feet is like pushing all the
Yeah, for
Bazaar
sure.
knowledge, and that is like perfect if we want to just show
but
people like, hey,
other people will not have this problem when they're playing railgun because they get it early. They sometimes get it before their core, and then they just click the core or the weaponized core, and they're good to go.
Yeah.
But we're playing, you know, like with a 30% debuff here or something like that.
Yeah.
Let's now go to Kina here and look for battery and nitro and such. You roll for sure.
Utter garbage.
Yikes. Okay, we're not hitting. That's unfortunate. That's like 2 shops in a row that didn't give us anything. Okay, and here it's JJ. We need better items. I don't like this Tesla coil. So let's look at the claw arm for a second. No, it's bad.
Yeah, it's
let's roll. Oh man, this is really rough. It's very unlikely to not see a single tech item in these many shops.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen tech items, like obviously the force field, but I mean small tech items that are relevant for railgun or upgrades. Anyway, that's how the game is sometimes. Let's leave here.
Okay.
But this is starting to be, I don't know. Let's go to the far right guy, because we're strong currently, but...
He has a ticket.
Exactly. A ticket could bail us out for sure.
Yeah.
Realistically, we aren't gonna beat a Dino Dooley anymore. The problem is that within the railgun archetype, we're kind of playing a lower tier version of it currently. We don't have the optimal setup, etc. So let's see how this goes.
What items are you looking for?
Worried. Oh, I'm looking for the fast. So I want battery. I would love to see, for example, nitro. I wouldn't mind the red button. I think it's also, it's not like reduce the adjacent items cooldown by half or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like super strong with railgun.
Okay.
Here I would go with Finn for region, I think, because I'm really scared about, you know, dying.
Fair.
Stop that is honestly fine here. I would grab that. It's also like, because we feel weak, this is just like it might tip a fight in our favor, you know? Highlight's awkward, so we could high roll the railgun upgrade, which would be amazing. Pulse rifle is fine as well. But, you know, those are like the only tech items we want to buy here. We cannot really commit to dinosaurs anymore, so I'm leaning towards maybe going towards the health. Yeah, 100 health, I think that is actually the play.
Okay. Interesting. The health, like, this is also something I need to get better at personally. Just picking these health options more often.
So I would, like, railgun is technically like an aggressive build, right? Like you're trying to just raise the opponent.
Yeah.
So usually I wouldn't ever click that node here because I feel strong. But since we are like not feeling super strong, I would rather go for the guaranteed value over gambling on a crazy railgun upgrade high roll, which is quite unlikely, you know?
Okay.
All right. So against Pig, I think this is the play.
I put the left hand we just got here.
Yeah, that's great. No, I think this is solid. Wait.
Oh shit! I already clicked.
No, this is great. No, it's great. It's great.
Okay.
It's great.
He has 3 wins, so he's probably like showcasing Beast of Burden.
I am very worried here. Does he have scaling? Is the question. That's like the main.
Yeah, golden showcase.
He has an enchanted item. Yeah, that's rough. No, we're not gonna beat this. I don't think. We played too fair, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, it's really close actually.
Well, let's see. Actually, I think we beat him.
Wow. Okay. But Sixten, I have to say, this item, low-key, kind of ridiculous.
Yes.
Oh my god.
The plasma grenade has. I'm telling you, 2 fights in a row have been decided by the plasma grenade.
Yeah, actually.
If you look at like how close his Beast of Burden was to firing again for like 9 multicast with 100 base damage or something like that, like the plasma grenade bailed us out. And it also, since we have the skill trained, like calculate that. So how many weapons do we have on the board? 5.
5.
That's 25 damage, and then we have like that is a lot of damage from a bronze item, you know?
Yeah. No, I mean they are getting.
We have a showcase of our own.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Golden showcase on day 3 is kind of crazy, though. I'll be honest.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so the thing is, Tok of course has tech items, but I really like the middle guy for like the potential to high roll a fight.
Yeah.
But I don't know about you.
I like this. I would always click here, but I don't play much Dooley,
let's go
so
pass. No, I think so as well.
Okay. I do want to clarify, like, I don't exactly know Dooley's, like, item set, I guess, but...
Put it this way, if you aren't sure what to click, just click the mountain pass, you know? Like, unless you're like, you cannot win the fight, of course, but that's like an exception. But yeah, this is good.
Okay.
So the way we're gonna win is by praying for a good enchant on the railgun. That is kind of the frustrating part with railgun, that your power spike in the late game very much hinges on finding a great, you know, enchant, you know?
What are the best enchants for railgun?
So, it depends slightly. I would say generally the ones that scale with your damage, right? So obsidian, restorative and shield. Like, so restorative and shield is like if you don't one-shot your opponent in, like, if you aren't in quotation marks OTK build, like if you don't think that you're gonna kill your opponent in 10 seconds, then restorative and shield is very nice, especially in like the aggro matchup or the mirror. But in general, I love stuff like obsidian. There is also shiny is amazing, and then it has the haste and the slow are also fine because it has like
it's large.
slow 2 or 3 or haste 2 or 3. So the low rolls are kind of like crit is mediocre, I would say. I definitely prefer shielded over restorative as well. But anyway,
really quick,
here,
by the way, do you think that like
yeah.
would you value shielding or restorative more now that we have scaling through something like train? Do you ever take that into consideration? Like I have
No,
scaling.
because we don't really have slow. So the problem is our slow effects are only one-offs, right? Like the plasma grenade is a one-off effect. If I had a reliable way to keep slowing forever, then yes, I agree. Like if we had a way to replenish the ammo on the grenade, or we had like a heavy pulse rifle, for sure, I would love to have. Like if you have scaling, you kind of automatically become more of a mid-range build, and mid-range builds, of course, love shield or heal enchants. Like those enchants are so good. That's why Crowsness is so powerful, for example, in like Vanessa. Anyway, here I don't think we're gonna buy Choco. I think that's diminished. I think we're gonna go Sylvia because our items are at silver, a lot of them. And yeah. Ooh, that's on. Okay, Atomic Clock is very good here actually.
Okay. I
Because that starts us a lot earlier. Yeah, I think we grab it here for sure.
It's really good with this actually too.
Yeah, there's gonna be some board space problems, but we're gonna figure that out later.
Okay.
Now we roll.
Okay.
And there's a nitro. Now the problem is we have so many items, but that's a 4-second tack item. I think you have to buy that, and then we figure out the board a bit later. For now, we just grab all the ticks we can find. Okay. There's also a hammer there. I don't think we can pivot to it. If we had some kind of reason to do it, I would have done it, but I don't think we have a good justification. And then we have to keep the crypto, you know, in mind as well, so we don't miss out. So Atomic Clock is mainly for later, since it makes us start a lot earlier. I don't think we can quite put it on the board currently. We can test it in the PV. This is a tip I mentioned in the last video as well. If you want to try out an item that you aren't confident in, do it in a PV fight as a training wheel session. Let's check what we're up against here, the fights on day 5. I definitely want to go Mayor, so we're going to actually do this. We're going to put the Atomic Clock over the Tesla Coil, actually. I think it's better. And then we're going to test the Nitro over the Plasma Grenade. Just go full in on tech items.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously this is probably weaker, but it's a way to test out how this feels, you know? And then we can tell, like, what is working, what isn't. Yeah, this looks good.
Okay. Let's do it. And a ticket. Hopefully we can get one of those.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, we're pumping here. So we're seeing here immediately that the with the clock we ran out of juice a lot earlier. Like you see how much slower we get eventually here.
Yeah.
So the clock is way too early, but it's gonna maybe be good later. And then I don't know about the night. Let's check.
Ooh,
okay,
nice.
It's late. Well, that's great. That saves the run.
16.
Let's put it back to the old way. Oh yeah, sell that for sure. Anything above like 14, and I sell the gold.
Okay.
Let's play the grind over the nitro as well, I think. We don't have to do it right now, but just put it on the board. And then let's check the options. I would probably go with loot here. I think I like the loot.
Okay. Yeah, me too.
But item is also fine.
Oh, that's good.
OXP is great. Yeah. Now medium items, there aren't too many I'm looking for. So I think I would honestly go docks here, and then we're gonna grab... So the high roll would be to get a railgun upgrade. Let's go with weapon here. We're playing weapons, you know?
Not
right.
great.
Then, no, it's not good here. And then we could upgrade a few things here, like the plasma grenade is a good upgrade, the pulse rifle is a good upgrade.
Even
Andy, of
Chris
course,
goes down in cooldown, but I don't know how relevant
yeah,
it
Chris
is.
goes down in cooldown, so that's relevant as well. Let's go there. Let's go to the middle node. It's like nice to have cash. So the reason I wanted cash is, you know, for the aerodrome, but now that we have the ticket, it's not as relevant, but it's still nice to have cash. You can never have too much gold in the Bazaar, which you know as a peak player, of course.
Wait, Sixten, how many times did we lose?
What do you mean?
How many times did we lose in this run?
Oh, 2 times, I think. Why?
Did we?
Wait.
I don't think we did.
Well.
I think we only lost once, and we tied to Pig, and we're on 2 wins. I just realized. Right?
Wait, so let's go back to that. So we won day 1 for sure.
Yeah.
And then we
lost to Vanessa on day 2.
Crit. Then we tied with the Dooley.
On day 3,
and then we definitely beat the Pig.
Yeah, so why do we have 2 wins?
What the heck? No, can you go to the main menu here and just go back? Because that is... What the hell, man? Like, we have been scammed. Like, I
was looking at it, I'm like, why do I see 2 wins? Yeah, it's 2...
What the f-
Did we not get a win for tying against a Dooley? I think that's what happened.
Wait.
We need
but
to
I'm-
call. We need to call Reyna. We need to get him on the phone right now.
Okay, I'm actually pissed right now because I feel like that was a tie because I saw a minus number on both ends of the screen.
Yeah.
And like the pig better have been a win because we destroyed him with the plasma grenade.
I can look at the replay after
Wait.
this. I mean, we'll just
Yeah,
go
for
on with
sure.
the run
Like-
because it doesn't really change the
No,
purpose
but
of the
like,
video.
is this
but
a new
that's-
bug? Like, is this something that people have mentioned in like this might be like a new bug? Like ties no longer give you a win or something. Like I don't know, but that's man, that is really bad actually because
Oh my god.
I specifically grabbed like a bit of regen. I bought the chocolate bars
Yeah.
just to win those fights. Like if I wasn't gonna win that fight, I would have gone to the shops instead.
Yeah,
Or gone to
exactly.
Curio. But let's
I-
upgrade the Chris here.
The Chris?
I think. Yeah, or the plasma. I don't think it matters. But
What
I,
does
I
the
like
plasma
Chris.
upgrade
I
do?
like the idea of it gives it more slow duration, so it's 2 seconds instead of 1.
They don't make these like they used to.
So the thing is that the plasma grenade is of course not a tech item, and we could also upgrade it from Curio. So like there are reasons not to, and then yeah, just send it like this. I think.
Okay.
But man, I'm pissed off. I don't think we're gonna beat this Vanessa.
Yeah, that's really, like, I don't know. But again, it doesn't matter because for all intents and purposes for the people watching this is 3 wins unless we're somehow both schizo.
No, it absolutely is 3 wins.
But
Like
yeah.
in my heart, this is 3 wins. Like
Yeah. It doesn't really change
Oh,
it. We're not
that's
playing for the outcome here.
terrifying. Gold holsters on day 5.
Oh, crap. But we're pretty fast, man. Oh.
Well,
Bob
yeah,
boom!
sure,
Okay,
we
let's
won
see
there.
if we get this win now. Otherwise, I swear I'm calling Reynad.
Yeah, you better call Reyna. Like I'm.
Okay, we got it this time.
Okay, we got the win, but maybe it disappears. Like I don't know. Like Man,
I
also-
think it was when we tied. I don't. It's
yeah,
fine.
but I feel like we would have noticed because then we would only have like 1 win on day 3 or whatever. Like I feel like that would have been more obvious if anything.
Yeah.
Anyway, here we're gonna go JJ. Now we have infinite money.
Come on in.
Hell yeah.
Let's chat.
Oh, they nerfed Bulldozer so hard. He's so bad now.
Yeah, this used to be,
15% measly goal.
it was
yeah,
10, 20,
It used to be no. It used to be back in the old days. He went up to 40 at diamond.
40.
Then they nerfed him to 30 at diamond. Then they now nerfed him to like 20 at diamond. So like he has been nerfed so hard.
Poor guy.
He used to be 30 at gold, then he was 20 at gold, now he's 15. Like I don't understand. Like for me, he has never been an oppressive item, but whatever. It's conversation for another day. But there is the cooling fan, but we don't have a core. There is a core reason to buy the cooling fan, but the reason we would buy it is because of the lower tech, so it doesn't really matter here. But yeah.
Roll.
No, let's buy the cooling fan because it's a 3-second item if we get like a burn enchant or face a burn opponent, so that's fast. Let's reroll. Alright. Don't like any of those. Let's leave. And then, Barkun could be great here.
This is what I kept the experience for, man.
Yeah. Sad calm is too, like there isn't, we don't really want any small friends here. We don't even want a Chris here in this context because it won't upgrade. So let's instead roll. I'm not gonna buy the Diana, it's too late.
Yeah. Oh, there's another one.
Okay, now, well, whatever. Honestly, with this much gold, we probably should have just bought the dinos in case we high roll like a Momosar. If we had bought the Diana, I would have bought the Trollsar. And then
Yeah.
I would have scaled them during the PvE fights and still played Railgun in the real fights. But let's go all in on Railgun here.
Okay,
But yeah, I think given our gold status... Oh, there's also the shield, actually.
Yeah.
It is a tech... I mean, the problem is we have so many medium tech items. And that one is kind of mid, honestly.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that one is worth it. No, it's like a worse pulse rifle. I don't like it.
Okay.
You know?
No, I hear you. I kind of agree. But like, if you're going all in
Yeah.
railgun, I thought maybe there.
So, since we already have a ticket, so the Diamond Skid, you can have proboscis, it can have slow stuff, it can have CDR. What do you want here? I don't think we're gonna play proboscis ultimately, but it's still a fun thing to do.
I like this.
But I think ultimately, okay, let's do it, man. Let's try and get a proboscis going, because we have the right and left-handed, so we can have a really big proboscis if we go all in, you know?
What would the alternative be?
Let's
What would you do otherwise?
No, just go to the far right guy for the most, you know,
the
the
most
most
gold?
expected value. Yeah, just more gold. But I don't think we need gold.
Okay. This one is pretty unlikely to get the proboscis, but this is also a good skill.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, we don't. Like, an insect wing is still an insect wing. Like that's a good outcome as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, proboscis would be amazing.
That's nothing.
And here you upgrade the railgun, of course.
I respect loyalty. But Kev's not here.
Yeah, the railgun gets crazy with upgrades. 520 damage.
Yes,
Good
yes.
God.
If we can get an early diamond somehow, we're gonna be so strong. Let's go hand here.
All right.
But yeah, the ticket is gonna be great for us. And there we have to do. Okay, upgrade the nitro for sure.
Remember, diamonds
1001 seconds, please, of charge. No, it's only 2 seconds, but no, it's a funny bug. I think it's funny. I hope it stays this way because it cracks me up when I see it. Let's reroll here.
I need to sell
And
something.
let's look on the light bulb for a second. Oh yeah, we need to sell something. Sorry, yeah. Let's sell the crappy stinger for sure.
I think that suits you beautifully.
Remote control. Wow.
So the remote control enables us to play hydraulic press, of course, if we find like a battery as well. But
Yeah.
that's very far from now, and it's a bit of a headache to pivot into it.
Yeah.
But you can do it in the stash, of course. But that's like, if you see remote control, there should be like a light bulb in your head that tells you, okay, I can now play press, basically.
Okay.
Like that's what you, or like a red button also works. Anyway, let's head out of here, I think. And then eventually we're gonna have to decide on which tech items go on the board. But currently I would rather procrastinate. So here, I think Kina is the best out expected value. The chocolate is also fine. I don't think it's a dino angle. Let's roll. Let's upgrade the clock.
Pretty good.
That's like in the late game we're gonna play the clock, even if we don't want to. We're never playing crew tools. Just leave here.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have to make a decision here. So I think at this point I would rather have 2 small tech items than the Tesla coil. So I want
Okay.
the light bulb, I think. And then I also want that. So let's read what the light bulb says there just for a second.
To the right of
So
this.
I want to charge the pulse rifle. Like that, yes. That seems really solid. Yeah, this looks real good, man. Since we have the nitro now, we could also run the cooling fan over the plasma grenade. After 4 seconds, this will be a 3-second item.
Oh, yeah.
Which is, of course, quite good. So what we have to consider is it better to slow all enemy items for 1 second? Or is it better to get, like, maybe 4 or 6 seconds of charge on our own railgun against the Dooley? Like, what is better?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, let's say it's 6 seconds of slow versus maybe 8 seconds of charge or 6 seconds of charge-ish. It's hard to say, right? Like, it's...
Yeah.
There's also the train that I think that is pretty minor.
To me,
Yeah,
in my
like-
head, it's like a do nothing item. I don't like putting that in, but it's not technically a do nothing because of
No,
the
but
low
like,
cooldown.
all, like, look, the Kreese army knife and most tech items on our board are do nothing items.
Yeah.
In terms that we're
You're
just
right.
playing them because they're fast and they make the railgun go faster, right? Like,
No, you're
we
right.
aren't. Yeah, if it was a silver plasma grenade, I would always play it. But at bronze, it's like,
Okay, fair.
okay, honestly, let's pay some respects here. The plasma grenade has been with us since day 2, I think. Let's keep it 1 more day here. But at some point, I would rather make sure that, like, I would rather have my items only make me stronger rather than they make my opponent weaker, so I don't have to rely on the opponent to win. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
I would rather just kill the opponent through my railgun than relying on the plasma grenade to win. Because, like, the plasma grenade is kind of crutch currently for us. Okay, let's kick the duel here
Okay.
and hope that the plasma grenade does something useful.
I feel like, all things considered, this was a pretty mid-roll Dooley game. I don't think we got exceptionally lucky.
No, for sure. Oh, no. Like, Dooley is really strong currently. Like, this is... I'm working hard here to try and get 10 wins. I'm telling you that. Like, if we found that tank Yankee on that first shot, like, we would just be cruising here, you know?
Yeah.
Keep the primal core, life is good. Then we find the Diana later on. Oh, but we're smashing people here.
Yeah, I mean,
Admittedly, that what kind
is
of
insane.
Dooley am I facing here?
the fact that this gives 30 damage to all weapons is just crazy, man.
Wait, what do you mean 30? Is it bugged?
It slows 6 items, right? Like, they had 6 items, so it slowed 6 of their items. So it would make this go to
I'm
75.
so stupid. Dude, I'm gonna
Oh,
tell
is
you
that
what
what you
happened in my
meant
head here.
earlier? Oh,
No, I'm
I
gonna
get
tell
it.
you. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what happened in my head. In my head, I was like, okay, so the plasma grenade is hitting 6 items, so
Yeah.
that's 6 times 5. But then I forgot that it's of course 6 times 5 times our own weapons, right? So
yeah,
it's like,
one. Yeah,
yeah, you're right. Like, I forgot about the buff base. Like,
I
I'm
get
so
it now.
used to the old train that I didn't even consider that. But yeah, it's really strong actually. And then here, I don't like toys. Let's go with skill upgrade and pray that we don't see the stupid. Why did we buy that? Okay, nice. Now at this point, there is an argument for the crit chance.
I think
So-
I like Rich as more than 10
Yeah,
damage.
we can,
yeah.
no, we calculate this. Take 520, so it's 50 damage. The crit chance. That's more than the crit chance is better here. Like crit chance is like a, you know, you
Yeah,
calculate it like a multiplier. So it's 1.16 times currently. and then
I see it as
it's-
like
yeah,
60% to insta-win the fight. To me.
that also works. But yeah, let's go Mysterious Portal.
Alright. Oh, that's pretty good.
Ooh, that's really good. Let's look at all the options just so we're not missing anything here. No, let's go with XP, of course. I'm just always like sometimes I just randomly change. Like with all the hot fixes here and there, I always want to make sure I don't just click stuff.
Yeah.
Let's go Sarah here. I think that is better. Probably.
The third eye.
And then I'm looking for the.
Long story.
I'm looking. So I would probably reroll for the large item haste here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, that's one, right?
that one. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, for sure.
All right, nice. Yeah, that is a really good one, actually.
Just be there.
That makes it a lot smoother for us, and it's also a good upgrade for later if we find it at gold. So I would go with Ghost Pepper. I think we're definitely strong enough for it. No, wait, we're gonna actually make a change here. So in this case, I'm going to put the other tech item on the board, the cooling fan, because he also plays burn, right? Like, let's do this and see how this performs. Again, this is an experiment. We are testing if this is stronger, and I do believe we are so strong that we can just rinse this guy quite easily.
So like this?
Yeah, like this. This would be really strong,
Alright, cool.
I think.
Yeah, this looks good.
We should be significantly faster here. Now,
Yeah.
we're missing out on the extra damage from the slow. But I just want to see how fast the item is.
Oh, we got a crit immediately. All right. Oh,
Yeah,
what?
let's
2
check the procs
crits?
here.
It crit
Now,
twice,
we used
man.
all the luck.
Oh no!
this is
Now
the
we're
wrong
gonna.
fight.
Yeah, we don't get them in PvP.
Let's check the procs here. So that's it's only wait, what? How is
Oh.
it so wait? So 6 seconds and then 3. Did the fight not even last 9 seconds?
Wait, how is that
Okay,
possible?
in
This
that
went off
case-
twice.
Okay, in that case, we're not gonna play that item, of course. So okay, honestly, that is a bad item in this I thought it would go off at least twice, but I guess not. So let's get back the plasma grenade on the board, and then we're gonna sell the Tesla coil.
Sounds good. We take that.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. We should be at 5 wins here, you know, like if the game worked properly. So we are doing great, actually.
Yeah.
And we only lost to the Vanessa because they had like a 12% chance to crit us on the first hit, which they of course did with the 24 burn or whatever.
Yeah.
So let's go quick sell. Keep looking for more upgrades, like the plasma grenade would be excellent. Ooh, I don't think we can justify the remote control upgrade. There's of
Yeah, I don't
course
see it.
like the middle option is a way to get cash. Yeah, let's actually buy. We're so rich. Let's make some space here for it. So go to the stash. We're gonna sell the new item, the black pepper or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna sell the Hamlet. We're gonna keep the icicle for now, and then we're gonna grab the middle item. And then we roll. And then that's gonna give us some econ, you know, that's valuable. Alright, that's good enough. Now we leave.
Get out of
Honestly,
here.
I'm sorry, like I feel like it could be a lot worse, honestly.
Yeah.
Let's go Andy. Again, just looking for tech upgrades. Really.
Just taken the first step toward
Yeah, light bulb is great. So when you buy it, you get another.
Oh.
It's fine because it upgrades, so it doesn't matter. But yeah,
fire's remorse.
should be
Be remorseless.
Let's see what we got. All right, 2 remote
Another.
controls. That's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah,
You want to upgrade?
and
this?
then no,
that's nothing.
it's useless. Let's reroll. Oh, laser pistol is interesting. I mean, we don't need it. I think we leave here. I don't think the laser pistol is strong enough, but it's a good, like, if this was like day 3 or 4, I would always buy it, right? Like 4-second tech item, that's good. It's a weapon. But in
gotta
this
sell
case,
something?
so I was considering if it was better than the light. Like, if you take a look at the light bulb there. So my consideration was, is 1 second of charge on the pulse rifle better than the fact that it's another weapon for us that can get buffed? I think ultimately the light bulb is better because it makes us faster.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's the tip is in its favor. And now we have to sell stuff for the yeah. Let's sell the dino and the remote controls. They're never being played. And if
Alright.
there are like if we find honestly, I don't feel like playing press this game anyway. Like it's too much effort to scale it this late.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's send it to the Dooley.
5 wins.
We should actually
Just
beat
like
dinos.
us.
I think we. Yeah. If they don't destroy our railgun on their first destroy effect, we should beat dinosaurs here.
It's
Oh,
ignition.
but that's fine as well, honestly. Oh, okay. So I think we're faster here, but that is a bit spooky, honestly. The diamond, omega, sorry, the blast. What are they called?
It
The
does
bomb
look
squad,
like
sorry.
we are a lot faster. Good
Yeah, no,
God,
so
Sixten, what is this?
We are
man?
faster for sure, but I'm telling you, that opponent has the like plasma grenade nuts. Sorry, plasma rifle nuts there. Because look at that bomb squad. Look at the cooldown on that guy.
Oh, 3.8.
3.8 seconds. He is fast, man. That's a fast item.
Holy crap.
So yeah, we're just a stronger build. Like I think Railgun is just currently a stronger build than Burn is. So like
Yeah.
that's kind of why like he had a strong build, but the build like how should I put it? He had a strong version of a weak build. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it. That's,
Anyway,
yeah.
we go middle option here. I think just look for CDR or XP.
Oh, look at that.
Because the reason I don't want item there is, you know, if we pick up a large item, we won't have any space for the relic.
Yeah.
So that's why I prefer loot. Yeah, let's sell both here. Just make some space here. We're never gonna play that.
Okay. Next day is the
And now
jungle
remember,
expedition.
next day is gonna be the exciting day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we go Quixel here. Again, just looking for the plasma grenade upgrade. Ooh, so cryosphere is a fun item, but it's bad here. Like there are some stupid combos you can do on Dooley with cryosphere, like nitrogen hammer, etc. But we're not playing those lines today. But I have had runs with this item actually.
Okay.
It's fun.
I've never played it actually.
But let's roll here. No, it's like you have to have very specific items for it to work, and even then it's not like top tier, but it's a fun item at least. I would recommend it for you, like if you ever find yourself in a freeze Dooley build,
Yeah.
just grab that item, put it on the board and see what happens, you know? It can do
All
stuff
right.
for you.
I've never done nitrogen hammer, so I will actually have to try that out.
Yeah, alright, and then we leave here.
Go buy something huge and then sell it to me.
JJ, I think. There is an argument for the middle option to buff the, like, just slam some damage onto the pulse or the plasma, sorry, the railgun, but I don't think we have to do that. Let's read the capacitor, just 1 second. No, it's a bad item. Let's roll.
Yeah, don't see that being used properly.
They need to buff that further. And we finally see the Anki, but it's too little too late here.
Yeah.
But that's currently Dooley's best item. Like, we say, like, just,
And
I'm
he
always
still had
happy to
his-
see it in the early game.
An entire line of text
No,
got
he was
removed
nerfed.
from it too. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he was giga nerfed, and the cooldown increase and all that jazz. But key thing is that it's a bronze large item that enables an entire build, you know?
Yeah.
And that scales well and all that. I love the item personally, but I think if they actually wanted it to be balanced, or like, if they wanted to change the play pattern, they should have moved it to silver. But anyway, I'm happy that it's still a viable build. Let's keep going.
It's like this guy basically just gives all your dinosaurs a shield enchant. That's kind of crazy
exactly.
way you think about it.
And then we go for the dragon here. Like, maybe there's someone in chat who says that, why didn't you go to the guy in the middle for this skill or whatever? But I feel like we are so strong currently
Yeah, the experience is just
that
so
just
good.
going for the highest XP or the highest gold, it's easy, it works. If I was playing a very niche, like if I was playing proboscis, for example, I would be on the lookout for specific skills. But railgun isn't really skill dependent. Like, it's not a build that cares about skills so much as items. So unless there is like a boss called the Tech Lord or whatever that has like, you know, insane tech, I'm not gonna care too much about that stuff. So here we're gonna go with Ayla. I think because of the high roll potential. Like, there is an argument for gumballs, but the argument to find a diamond railgun is too strong. So let's roll here.
Are you kidding me?
Ooh, okay, unlucky.
Dude.
We saw every item except the railgun here, basically.
Yeah.
Now that is a full build. Like, we could just buy those dinosaurs, but no, let's stick with the freaking railgun here. But like, you could just buy those and play them in the PvE fights and scale them.
Yeah.
And then on day 13 we play them instead. But no, I don't want to play dinosaurs.
There's obsidian.
Yeah, obsidian is going on. Yeah, no, that's no brainer. That's probably the best enchant. Yeah, that's like a diamond upgrade basically, except better. And then it makes the diamond upgrade twice. Like, it's just an insane upgrade, you know.
Dude, I feel like that is actually like one of the bigger win cons that Dooley has. When I lose a
now we go
railgun,
gold here again. Yeah, for sure. It's amazing. Life, like, we are cooking here, so none of these are relevant. So we reroll. And there is the Hydra. But again, if you wanted to play Dooley completely accurately, there might be some people who buy the press here and scale it as a backup win condition. For like, if we get to day 14 or 15 and we have to face a pig with 1,000,000 health or a Mac with infinite regen, you know?
Yeah.
But for the sake of me not losing my brain and you know, going crazy...
Making
with
my editor
inventory
absolutely
management,
lose
we
his
just-
mind. Yeah.
Yes, let's not extend the length of this video by 30 minutes. Let's just play it easier. Oh, wait.
It's got like haste, so it's like
Yeah,
hard to play.
no, it's too... okay, let's actually buy it in case we get some kind of turbo enchant on the... I don't know. I just like having tech items in the bag, in case whatever. Like, it feels good to me to always have the options to slot them in. For example, if we ever cut the plasma grenade. But at this point, we're dead as gonna have a bronze plasma grenade on our end build. Like, just that item is the veteran of this build.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
let's
are we
send it.
sending
So
it?
Mac is terrifying. I would say that right now I want to face Vanessas. I want to face other Doolies. I don't want
Yeah.
to face Max because they can kind of cheat the game and just perma-freezes. Let's see if they have the perma-freeze item.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah, there it is. Okay. Well, that's what happens, you know. Like, we have the numbers, but they have the items.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
We need to crit here. That's the only way out.
No crits.
Oh, man. That's so unfortunate. Come on. Oh, and it froze.
Hey, we won!
Okay, let's go. So I'm
He
gonna
had
tell
no
you why we won
damage.
here. No, yeah, that as well. But there is one thing about railgun that is crucial, or like these builds in general. if your win condition is chargeable, that means that if they aren't perma-freezing you,
Yeah, when
that
it
railgun,
unfreezes.
as soon as the freeze disappears, that shit's gonna just pop, you know? Like, that is the benefit of a railgun
Yeah.
over, like, a different win condition that is, like, you know, more fair and balanced. I'm gonna say that was a weak Mac. Like, he
Yeah.
had the items, but not quite at the level they needed to be for day 8. Like, this was maybe like a day 6 Mac
Yeah.
in terms of quality.
I feel like I get stuck a
But that
lot with
matchup
that
is
as
scary.
well. Like the quest
Yeah.
mag, like not completing the quest and then having the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Oh, go here.
Let's go for the expedition here, and then we're gonna grab burn, I think. For our, or what do you want to grab here?
Oh,
Let's think. No, I'm stupid. Not burn, right? Like we're gonna.
I thought
go
it was this.
pain, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. No. In my head, I had some kind of. What was the burn item we had earlier? I'm trying to think. There was like a. Yeah, the stupid. Okay, my brain got so fixated on the stupid, you know, the fan item in the bag.
Oh, yeah.
No, but like when you saw, I was like, oh, we're gonna play fiery stuff here, but no, we're gonna play weapons, of course. So here we probably outraised the boulder. Like Caltrops is never gonna be clicked here. What do you wanna click?
I think boulder. Like we always beat that in time, right? This gets
Yeah,
slow by 3
for sure.
seconds though, but
No, let's try the boulder.
right.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
the blowgun
20
is also
seconds.
kind of safe, but whatever. Honestly, it's probably actually it was the blowgun here. It doesn't matter, but I think the blowgun just because we have so much health as well. I think we just
Yeah.
it cannot kill us basically. Whereas this cannot kill us either, but it can literally one-shot us. You know, that's
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah.
It can one-shot us, but yeah, it's fine.
All right.
Very nice. Heck yeah. All right. Oh, that's pretty good on the. I mean,
I
we're not gonna
like
use
that.
it instantly, but yeah, that's very nice actually. That's
Do we just put all of this
Okay,
on
there
the railgun like that?
no, hold. So you're gonna put the whip damage on it, yeah? The damage goes on that, but so look, grab the don't use the hammer yet. Just grab it.
Yeah.
If we find
That's
a
good
way
with
to
the-
scale the plasma grenade, I would deadass put the cooldown reduction on the plasma grenade, possibly. Like, I would
Oh.
maybe do that. I'm not sure. We're gonna have to think about it. But, like, the grenade is so strong because, you know, it's slowing everything the opponent is doing. And then keep going, I think.
Which one would you click here?
Oh, shoot. I warned you about this earlier. I haven't memorized all the loot options yet because, like, I haven't clicked all of them. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna pull up how Bazaar in the... let me see. If you just hover over the names, I'm just gonna double check here. Comats. When your enemy uses a weapon, charge a relic. We don't have any relics.
Yeah.
So the middle guy is called Greenheart Guardian. So if you have a shield, your weapons have their cooldowns reduced. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
So that
really
skill
good.
would be great for us. And then we'll check the Myth Keeper. Your shield items have extra shield. No, we go the middle guy here for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
middle guy, and then we pray for the skill, and then we're gonna try and, you know, find a shield enchant on the pulse rifle or something.
Yeah, well, you have shield. Yeah, I had this on a 28-hour gym run with Pig, and it was as crazy as it sounds.
Oh, that's crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, while the next player fights playing, or we actually, I might go to the bathroom just real quick if you want to pause the video or whatever. Okay, I want to do that right now, actually. All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. We have to sell an item for this.
Right, so let's check the stash here. I think we sell the cooling fan,
Sounds good.
and then we
Right.
sell the toxic fang as well. Just sell it for now. It's never gonna be on the board.
Yeah. I was lower on this guy because we don't have a core. So...
Yeah, it's Ryukun here, or Ryukun.
I love that you are weak. It is my
Ooh.
joy to make
So
you strong.
that so Shatter is the highest potential, of course, but we don't
Yeah.
have any indication that we're gonna play freeze. Like we have to high roll something crazy. I think the slow and steady makes the most sense. I mean, it's a weak buff, but it
Yeah, I mean, it already works with what we have, and we have more
just
direction
grab
for
it here.
slow.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
We just grab it here. It does something. It
We
has
have enough gold
potential.
to roll too, though. So
Yeah, the problem is there are some horrendous rolls here. Okay, actually, well, okay, we should have probably rolled actually.
you
Just
think so?
because basically, even if we high roll a slow enchant, that skill isn't even that great, you know, because we kill them so fast. Like if you compare 2 damage to the number on our railgun, like that's a very small, you know, amount on that, and that is doing most damage, right? So,
Yeah.
oh, and now before we go, use the sorry, no, not yet. Sorry, go to the relic. Yeah.
It's
Okay,
obsidian.
now we have to read these carefully.
Enchant a non-enchanted
We
eye with
do have
obsidian.
we have obsidian on an item already, so that's gonna multicast, and then we have to. No, we don't play relics.
I feel like it can only
This
be
is
this,
hard.
but yeah.
I wanted the fire enchant, of course, like the What do you want to grab here? Like they sell for the same amount, so it doesn't really matter what. We're probably just gonna grab them for cash.
Yeah, but this one also enchants something with obsidian, so I feel like it's always this one.
Oh yeah. Oh, I am so stupid. Sorry.
No, you're good.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I am blind on that completely. I was so focused on trying to get them into our build that I didn't even consider like the secondary effect there. So again, we have train and stuff, so we have to consider like putting it on a non-weapon just really quick here.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take a look at the plasma grenade. 160 damage. That's quite a bit of damage actually.
160 is no joke, yeah.
But then there is also, of course, doubling the. Okay, we have to calc this.
I think it has to be out on a pulse rifle, like no matter what, because that's
No,
3
but the
shots.
thing is that if we find like a heavy enchant, I really want it on the pulse rifle or the clock or something. Honestly, if we find that enchant later, I'm happy to re-enchant the pulse rifle. Let's go with the pulse.
But what about this?
let's go with
Isn't
the
the
pulse.
arc blaster staying as well? Can we do it on the arc blaster?
We could do it on the arc blaster, yeah.
Because
That
it's
might be
about the
lead-
same
I mean,
thing.
it's yeah, you're right. Let's do the arc blaster actually. Yeah, that makes sense.
And then we can put it on the left for the
Yeah,
left.
no, that's actually a fair. I didn't even consider that option, but that's actually probably correct. And then before we, so now we can put ammo on the clock, and oh man, like the thing is, back in the day we didn't have pulse rifles on our boards,
Yeah.
so we had an easy way to play the clocks. But now because the pulse rifle needs the trend and all, like it's very awkward here. So we could remove the nitro and the plasma grenade and play a 4 ammo clock.
I kind of
and that's
like
gonna
it because
charge-
yeah, starting faster might be relevant against a Dooley especially.
Yeah, but also the plasma grenade is gonna make the Dooley start slower if he's like playing dinos. But so is the we also have the skill right, like when you use your weapon give haste. Honestly, I think it's time to try this. So for science, let's put ammo on the atomic clock. Yeah. And then we're gonna put CDR onto. No, so you're gonna remove the nitro and the plasma grenade here, and play the pulse rifle still. I think that is more procs per second.
Okay.
And then honestly, let's check the cooldowns. So do we put this wing onto the rifle or the railgun? And I think the answer ultimately is the railgun, but it isn't as easy as it looks.
I think I agree with
because the
railgun.
pulse rifle still makes the railgun, go off faster. I think both are really good. Like no matter what we do, we're gonna be much stronger. But
Yeah,
the pulse rifle is very attractive to me.
I'm kind of wondering, like, I think it's better on the railgun if we're playing the atomic clock because we get to start faster. So this will go off faster because this
Yeah.
goes off after 1 second. But,
Okay, you're right. Let's try that. Yeah, let's try your approach there for sure.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
that's-
it's
no, I'm
that.
stupid. We have No, I know why. Because look at the light bulb. Light bulb is a 4-second item.
Yeah.
At 4 seconds, it charges the pulse rifle 1 second. So if we were to use the cooldown reduction, it would be useless because it doesn't matter.
Ah.
So that's also another reason to do it on the railgun. I forgot about that. Yeah, it like
It's a
yeah,
flat
because
second
of
down.
the light bulb. Yeah, that's very nice. So now I think just double check the placement. I think everything looks right to me. Yeah,
Yep.
this looks fine.
Okay, send
All
it.
right, let's send it to Dooley.
Technically, they have the same amount of wins as us, and when I see the skin, it obviously means they're playing
I'm
dinos.
scared, of course, and I still want the plasma rifle.
that
Oh,
bonk.
sorry, plasma grenade on my board.
Oh crap.
Yeah, we're dead here because of bonk, I think. Unless we specifically. Now this is so hard.
Yeah, it's kind of cooked, right? And they got a crit.
He got super. Yeah, that's.
Wow, that
So
was.
what went wrong here is that he has a bonk. That like bonk is bonk, Like bonk is
Yeah.
the. I don't understand how that skill hasn't been nerfed. They have nerfed every other broken skill in the game except for bonk. Since Fire Rebirth was nerfed in December, there has been a consensus in the pro community. Bonk has been the strongest, most broken skill since then. Like for 6 months now.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
But
that
that's a
felt.
shame.
That felt
Like
really.
we had a better. We had a better railgun build than he had, even if we had double. Like we were faster than him, right? Like we got our second hit before he had his.
Yeah.
The bonk just made us not go off a third time,
Yeah.
which we should have. Let's now go.
I think if this was
So she-
diamond, we would have won too. By the way.
Oh yeah, diamond wins, or if we get lucky with the crits or whatever.
True.
And probably even if maybe the atomic clock could also have, I don't know, whatever. It is what it is. Here I want to find the upgrade for the captain's charge for sure.
Okay.
Just don't give me poison. Alright, so let's go with the slow and... We don't even have slow anymore though. Now let's
Yeah.
go with right-handed. That's also cheaper. I mean, doesn't really matter, but yeah. And then we're gonna go look for the diamond upgrade here.
My battle days are over, but my weapons
Alright, let's... That's a great... I mean, that's 40 damage. I'll
Yeah.
take it.
alongside you.
Let me roll.
Let's roll.
Ah,
Darn. Alright, well, it is what it is. I think we go Awaken District. There's also an argument to go with the left guy for the skill because we have slow synergy.
Oh yeah, I like the
But
experience
no,
a lot
let's
more
go with
now.
Awaken. Yeah, no, let's go with the XP. I agree. But we are strong, man. Like, this is not a... The problem with the railgun is the fact that it scales linearly, right? Like, so it doesn't...
Yeah.
Like, if the opponent just has infinite health, you cannot beat them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, that's why we don't want to be on, like, day 15. But currently, we are, like, super duper fast and aggressive, and we hit for a crap ton of damage.
Yeah.
So if we can just dodge the Pygmalions and the Max, we should be fine. SL the Femur.
I didn't. How did that get in there?
Oh yeah, it was from the relic
Yeah.
thingy. Let's go with loot, I think, for ammo.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine. Slap it on the...
Ooh.
Ooh, crit... So... Wait, hold up.
What does that do on
let's
the
check the
clock?
clock here. Atomic clock. It doesn't have it. So let's check the plasma grenade. Your item skin 25 crit chance for the fight.
Wait, what?
Yo, plasma grenade is crazy.
Wait, when this goes off,
Yeah.
our items get 25% crit?
Yes. So that is obviously crazy, but we have to consider if that is... I mean, that has to be correct, right? Like, let's check the light bulb as well. No, wait, yo. The item to the right of this has... Do light, bro. Do light bulb right now.
Okay, don't tell me what it is. Don't tell me what it is. I want to see it. Light
No,
bulb.
I'm not gonna tell you what it is. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. Just trust me on this, man. That is
Okay. Hold on, hold on,
Dude,
hold on. The tech item to the right of this has 50% crit chance. Oh my god, that's
Guys,
so good.
this is
Wow.
always look up how Bazaar after a hotfix or a patch. I'm telling you.
Oh my god, that's
Always,
insane.
when items are changed or whatever, you have to look at the new enchants.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
that is crazy.
Yeah, this stays here now for sure. All right.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. Let's go Midsworth. Pray for the... Man, we have seen so many of those. I'm actually getting a bit tilted here. Like, that's... Okay, whatever. But now, okay, this time we have infinite crit. Not Mac. Oh no. Okay, put damage on the obsidian. Okay, real talk. There is a small argument here to cut the pulse rifle and play the icicle and the plasma grenade. I know that sounds completely whack. The only reason for it is in case we one-shot him or something. No,
Okay.
I cannot justify that. No, we have to play it like this. But I'm telling you, like, against Mac, I really want slow. Like, I want slow so badly here to prevent him
Yeah.
from perma-freezing us.
What do we do? Do we send it?
Yeah, we sent like this, but we have to pray. If he freezes us within 5 seconds, we're cooked here.
Yeah.
Because if the pulse rifle doesn't go off, I wanted an icicle in this matchup.
Ah, there
For
it is.
sure. Oh man, that's rough.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh!
Let's
Okay.
go, let's go.
There it
Let's
is.
go.
There it
Let's
is,
go.
bro. Light bulb, my beloved. Oh my.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Ooh,
That's
I'm
so
sorry,
clutch. That's insane. Like,
I
that
gotta
was,
see it again.
we were, dude, that was so close.
Oh my
That was
god.
so freaking close.
Oh.
Dude, it literally got frozen. Like, it literally, the second it went off, it got frozen.
Yeah,
Like,
honestly.
That's crazy.
And once it's frozen, it stays frozen. So that was
Yeah, yeah, for
perfect.
sure. No, yeah, no.
Oh man.
Let's go Barcode here. But man, we should have an extra win in the bag. I'm still tilted about this.
I just sold it, Ryan.
No, keep it around. Like, that is a win. Like, just in case. We have an atomic clock. We could do charging stuff later. Upgrade the clock.
Insane.
Yeah, and then we reroll.
Anyway, thanks.
Am I selling
I believe.
anything?
Like,
Guess not, right?
is that wait? Is Soul of the District a tech item? Can you double check if that is a tech item?
It's a relic though.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So my idea was that the light bulb could give it crit chance, and we could do nonsense later. But no, that doesn't work.
Nah.
So bad. Let's keep it around for a bit longer.
Alright.
I mean, we don't have to select. Let's go. Okay, Pearl. Let's go Pearl. And we're just gonna keep rolling until we get something crazy here.
Shall we start?
Yeah, let's just... Oh, Boomerang is also... Like, that is objectively the correct choice to get ammo.
I actually think we should.
Yeah, we should grab that. We should definitely grab that, actually.
You're a
Yeah.
natural at this.
And then we're gonna sell the, something... Or just a small thing. Let's sell the, lens, I think.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go for the, guy.
I don't
Yeah,
like it.
like that.
Here again?
Yeah, that guy again. Yeah, for sure.
Alright. There was I think the guy in the middle was pretty interesting now that we have so much crit chance, but yeah, shouldn't really matter.
Oh, that's also true. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I should have considered that. I'm just so XP hungry here.
No, I
Like,
get you.
raise level 16 and such. But
This
now we get to
enchant
the
is great.
diamond upgrade on our railgun, which is great. That's gonna be a massive power boost. Now, even if we don't crit them on the first hit, we could feasibly do crazy stuff anyway. Do that, yeah. Then I'm gonna sell. I think the temporal crapper is out now. That one, yeah. Navigator. And now here comes the upgrade.
Okay, we upgrade.
Alright,
the road.
so just 3 more wins. Like, this is definitely doable.
Loki, we should have been at
The
9.
ammo
The
would,
bonk
like,
and
ammo
the...
is the best way. No,
Yeah.
yeah, ammo is how we win. So I'm gonna go temp boost here, and it's probably it's damage here. No, it's
Oh!
it-
I collected.
Yeah.
I agree
Yeah,
with
it's so
damage, so I was
close.
like, that's gotta be it.
No, it's like 500 health. Like it's so matchup dependent. But I think like look, we have crit chance, we have obsidian, we have diamond. Like we have damage, my dude.
In my
No,
head,
for
the
sure.
reason for that is 25 damage is more likely to kill a Mac immediately before we get perma-frozen. And then the 500
Yeah,
health
yeah,
was
against the
nothing.
Mac. But I'm telling you, we could face some crazy like Dooley build, for example, that also deals a crap ton of damage. Like
Yeah,
I'm just,
true.
but in that case, I don't know. It's hard. Let's go Minceworth. Just look for upgrades here on like the Chris. Grab the crypto. Metronome is interesting. I don't hate metronome. Let's grab the metronome actually, because we have a clock. Like that is always something you have to be mindful of. And
Okay.
then we roll here. Look for upgrades. Yeah, like the probably the metronome is not gonna be played, but you never know. And then we leave.
Alright, here we
Alright,
go.
let's send it. Okay, dude, yeah, dude,
It is
man, 500 health here would have been so nice. Like I would sleep so much happier at night if I had 500 extra health. I'm sorry,
My
like that
bad,
was
my bad.
my mistake. Like I was.
No, that's on me. I clicked it because
We are
it made
like we are
sense to
so
me.
squishy, man. Like if he freezes me our railgun and he just kills us. Like literally, we have no defenses here. Like literally, no freezes, no slows. Like we have
Yeah.
nothing. Like if he has a way to kill us, we're just dead. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's send it here. All right.
Core ammo's really nice though on the atomic clock.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's so good. It's so good.
Solar farm. Oh.
Okay, that's okay. In this matchup, I'm very happy to have the because he's scaling his damage, so we want to kill him fast, right? So this is perfect. Yeah,
okay.
That's-
Okay. Oh my
that's not
God.
the duel I was expecting to face, you know. But that, I will
No.
take it. I'll take it.
Not bad.
All right. I can't believe, man. I prepped so much in preparation for this episode, like just going down all the various dino lines, just you know, like in case we stumble upon some weird dino combination.
And here we are
And then we
with
end up
this.
playing railgun. It's like all that homework for nothing, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, here I'm gonna go with the health actually at this point,
Okay.
because again we have infinite damage. We have infinite damage.
Fair.
Like-
Okay.
If we didn't have obsidian enchant, like I would always go with the damage. But I feel like we go Bazaar. And please give us ammo.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. I mean XP. So sorry. I'm stupid. No. Go with networking. I got it mixed up with the loot, you know, monster loot thing. Now we're gonna go Adira here and a high roll. Glass cannon, perhaps. We don't really have. Let's try. Now let's reroll.
Oh man.
Let's go with the middle option here.
Yeah,
It's
I
the least
agree.
bad. We have a nitro in the bag. Honestly, there is a point where we probably want to play the nitro here. At some point, not currently though.
Yeah.
Like that freeze is gonna be relevant. Let's go with I think we just smashed the void golem here, right?
With the
But we
boomerang
can also
tweet?
let's go with let's go with the middle guy actually.
Yeah, because this crit item, crit skill, if we get that, we just win the game, right?
I agree. No, I agree. Like that is another obsidian, you know.
Yeah.
So for sure.
Okay. The crits are hitting nice.
Also, he has a bunch of other good items for us. Not that one though, but yeah, that's fine. You can sell the crypto as well. We have infinite gold.
Oh, did I mess
You
it
don't,
up?
you don't have to do it, but it just makes it easier for us to, just makes it easier. There aren't any toys, so we are gonna do something crazier. We're gonna go to the chocolate,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna buy gold chocolate, and we don't have to make full space. We're gonna sell the soul of the district. We're gonna sell the, no, we sell the metronome here. Yeah, we sell the metronome.
Okay.
And now we buy gold chocolate.
Sounds good.
And then we go JJ. Looking for upgrades for cooldown reduction. Ooh,
Wow.
that's really good with Arc Blaster, man.
Yeah, it is.
And that frees up space for us as well. Hold up. The only problem is it's a very greedy play, but man, do I like it.
I'm a fan as
So this is the
well, but yeah.
So the thing is, we have to calculate this. The atomic clock, after 4 seconds, the atomic clock is out of ammo, right? That means that those arc blasters are not going to be charged by the atomic clock.
Yeah.
Which means that it's going to take a pretty long time for that to be relevant. But man, is it fun. You know what? We're going to buy that thing and just put it in the bag. Yeah, and then we're going to... Oh, and we also had a better... Whatever. Oh, upgrade the plasma grenade, I think. Just we have infinite cash here. But yeah, that's too bad. Like, we have too many good items. That's the problem here.
Yeah, I don't
If we
know.
didn't have the light bulb, like we could easily fit like more stuff on the board, but we have to pay that, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Alright.
it's hard.
Well, the thing is, if those arc blasters ever go off, we have an infinite on the board, you know?
Yeah, 5 seconds.
Let's try. Okay, let's calculate this. So look at the cooldown on our force field over there. 9.1. That's gonna be at 4 seconds. It goes off from that thing. So at 5 seconds, what's gonna happen is that the arc blasters are gonna come online, but they're gonna be at 0 seconds. Then our railgun is gonna be at like let's see, when does the light bulb go off? It also goes off at 4 seconds, right? So it's, let's say that the railgun is halfway, like maybe at 6 seconds or something, like 3 seconds left. So it's gonna take a long time for those arc blasters to go off.
Yeah.
It's gonna be about 8 seconds into the fight, maybe, or 9 seconds they're gonna pop. Whereas if we instead played the pulse rifle, we're gonna have another. That's gonna make the railgun go off another time.
Yeah.
It's really hard, man. Because like if we are facing a build that is gonna scale and stuff like that, we want the 3D printer because we have like an infinite Exodia.
Yeah,
but if we're
against
facing
Vanessa?
aggro, so what do you think about Vanessa currently? Like, do you think
I think it's always
do
like
we need
this.
to raise a Vanessa?
I think if it's against Pig or something, I'd be inclined to play the 3D printer, but against Vanessa, I probably would.
Yeah, let's try. I mean, we're so strong, man. Like, just send it like this. But it is a shame because that is like so much more fun to do, the 3D printer thing. But
Yeah.
You should know.
it's just awkward at timing and everything. Like, if we had more ammo on that, like if that had a,
If that had one more
6
ammo,
we
it
could do
would-
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, because then it wouldn't be able to chain.
yeah, exactly.
Well, they don't have scaling for the eels, so they're just dead?
Yeah, we crit. That crit is massive for us.
Yeah, GG.
Bring her about.
Another
we're
crit.
fine.
I think this enchant was everything. That was so good.
Oh, for sure. I'm so happy I didn't just say let's go with the plasma grenade. That I
Yeah.
actually did the double check on the light because I didn't. In my head, I was like, okay, I don't think light bulb is gonna be that useful.
Mhm.
It's gonna be like whenever it goes off, it gives like 25% crit chance. But
Yeah.
no, it's just
It's
all
instant.
like immediate. Yeah.
So also,
Let's
for the
go with
record,
skills.
this would
Yeah.
technically be 10 wins. Technically.
No, it will be 11 wins. This is the first ever 11 win run. I'm telling you.
There- exactly. Skills
We're
you said?
so good at this game, man. Yeah, go skills here.
World first 11 wins.
Oh, those are so bad in this context.
Oh.
Let's go reroll. Yeah, those are all horrendous, actually. Let's go with stop that.
Yeah, we have infinite gold anyway.
And then we're gonna go chocolate bars here. And sell... no, hold up. Let's sell the icicle. Sell the icicle. And then we're gonna buy 3 of them, just
Yeah,
at gold.
I agree with that.
I don't want to sell any of... Like, because we have the burn freeze, I don't want to sell the nitro. And the plasma grenade is too valuable for
Yeah.
later.
Gold to your loot?
Yeah, let's grab the loot and pray for ammo. Damn.
Nothing. At all.
Yeah, alright, now you go right guy here. Just for the XP, it's a good
Did
habit,
I-
like,
did
in
I-
case we lose.
Did I not put in a boomerang? Oh my god.
Oh
The
man.
pig player forgot the boomerang. Oh my god, I'm sorry, dude. That's on me. That's on me.
Ah, that's fine.
The pig player forgot the boomerang. Yikes.
Yeah.
I was thinking a second about selling it before those boomerangs, and I think in my head I just sold it. Crap.
Yeah, I understand. No, can you check the crit chance on the thing? I think at this point, no. So the upgrades I would like to find are Chris Army Knife and Light Bulb.
Mhm.
But I think on average, Gambos are better here for crit chance specifically.
Okay.
So let's do that. Just grab 3 at a time. Yeah, this is higher expected value. If we still had like a gold atomic clock and a gold railgun, I would always go shopping, of course.
Yeah.
But it is a bit too unlikely to see the relevant upgrades here.
This item is crazy.
Whereas
man.
this is just, and this is kind of like like the red gumballs are like upgrading all our items as well, like in the terms of damage. Not that it matters too much, but yeah. And then we're just gonna, unfortunately, let's check the stash here. So, I think the play is to go Mittel,
Yeah.
but we don't want anything from Mittel is the problem. Like, we literally don't want anything.
Yeah.
But there's also nothing I want to transform. So, we can find duplicates, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but we could find a second atomic clock, right? Like, there is a theoretical
I'm
way
not
to
sure
do
if
that
that's
still.
been fixed. I don't know if that's been fixed. I think we might.
Okay.
But I'm not
Honestly,
sure.
I don't think the shield matters. Let's go Mittel. It probably doesn't give us anything at all, but...
I'll help you.
Ooh, now that is good. Let's grab that.
Just toss
Especially for level 16, and then we're gonna reroll.
Trot it to you.
That's like a bonk for the opponent. And then we leave here. Currently, I don't think it's worth it.
Nah, especially against Dooley, right?
No, we can't play it against Dooley, but we send it like this.
9 wins. Salty Rob. Alright. Looks like Salty Rob's been losing
Honestly,
in a later
against
game.
the Dooley, I might actually have leaned towards the 3D printer. be a bit greedy.
Really?
But this also works, I think.
It is a radiant railgun.
Alright. We are stronger for sure.
Yeah.
Like we have 4 times as much damage as he has. Nice. Let's go.
11 wins! Sixten, you are a magician. You're a wizard at Dooley, man. How do we get
So,
here after
who
that early
needs a
game?
core anyway? Just for context, we literally grabbed the primal core and sold it the same day, I think. like a node later. In this meta, in the Dino Dooley meta,
Yeah.
we grabbed the best core and sold it 1 node later. That's such a flex, you know? Like, that is
Crazy.
insane. Oh, yeah, this was great, actually.
That was a really good one. I mean, I feel like we did slightly high roll with the enchants because Obsidian.
We
Obsidian
literally got
crit.
the best. No, we, especially since they changed the enchant, so it's literally just a gamb option now. Like, you get 1 enchant basically, like 1 chance at an enchant.
Yeah.
We high roll like crazy on that for sure. And then also the light bulb. Like, don't get me wrong, we did high roll in the end game, but the only reason we got to the end game is because we sweated so hard in the early game trying to survive with those
True.
desperate, 5 regen here and there,
Yeah.
and then upgrading crap items just to survive, like the freaking chem snail to silver, like, unhinged stuff like that.
Yeah.
This was fun.
That was an insane run. I think this one was way more impressive than the last one. It also just goes to show that Dooley is definitely your squeeze more than Vanessa, I guess.
Yeah, because like I think people, and myself included, and probably you as well, like we expected this to be a dino run, like just me playing the
Yeah.
hits here, just tank Yankee to 10 wins. not
So
much.
yeah, exactly
yeah.
for that reason, I really prefer that we did it this way because it really shows like what Dooley does and is more than just clicking dinos
Yeah,
every
for
time you
sure.
see them.
No,
All right,
this was really fun. This was, thank you so much for
Thank
having me
you.
on here.
thank you, thank you. I would love to do this again at some point. Maybe we could just like do more Dooley, or if you're ever playing Mac.
Yeah.
I doubt you're playing Pig.
I agree
but
to Mac. You might have to bribe me to ever play Pig.
I could coach
but,
you for Pig. How's that?
Also, Stell, like we Rainer confirmed that Stell is gonna be the next hero. Maybe
That's also good.
we don't have a release date, but who knows? Maybe in a few months.
Yeah.
I'm back here teaching you how to fly with Stell. Let's find out.
Yeah, that would be sick. All right, thank you, man. Thank you.